Okay, today's garage cooking challenge, it's been a while since I did one, is a breakfast scramble. I cut all the stuff up in advance, but I'll use 1 slice of bacon, 2 little potatoes, some chopped onion. I had some corn in the fridge, it will go well in it. Sliced tomatoes that I'll put in there. About a hot dog sized piece of ground pheasant, 1 egg, some cheese, and I'll wrap it all up in a tortilla, and it will be a great breakfast. So first I'll put the pan on, put a little bit of peanut oil in it, and then get the bacon going. And this all comes together pretty fast. But the order I'll put things in here is the bacon first, primarily to produce some grease to cook the rest of it. And then I'll put the onions and the potatoes in, because the potatoes take the longest to cook. And then I'll slowly add other things, crack the egg in last, stir it up, and it really turns out to be a delicious breakfast. And I'll show you as I go along. 1 slice of bacon on a low heat. The next thing I'll put in are the potatoes. So I will scoop them up and put them in. I don't really spice this much because the pheasant legs have some breakfast spice on them, and then I'll put Cholula on. So there's the onions, potatoes, and bacon to get things started. So the next thing I'll add is the ground pheasant. You could use ground turkey, you could use ground beef, but whatever you use, this is where the spices are. So this pheasant has been spiced with a sage breakfast spice. Looks like I might need a touch more oil. And so all the spicing, I don't salt or pepper any of this because the sage spice makes it pretty good. Plus then at the end I put a little Cholula on it. But we'll let that meat cook for a minute. Okay, that pheasant meat is all cooked. So now I'll add the corn and the tomatoes. And I will put the cheese on my tortilla, like that. If you're ever going to put a tortilla in the microwave, put a paper towel under it, and it keeps the bottom from getting soggy. So that's all ready to receive the finished product. Normally I would put some avocado in this too, but ours aren't ripe enough. And then the last thing I add is 1 egg. And I'll smear it around and get it to cook. And you can see this all comes together pretty fast. Just make sure you get the egg cooked. And this is a breakfast scramble. And you could go all day on this, and I have. Oh, just about all done. And I'll put my half on my tortilla and save Rhonda's half for hers, since she doesn't eat gluten. And then what I'll do, take this inside, I'll microwave it for about 30 seconds, really just long enough to melt the cheese and make the tortilla soft. Turns out perfect. And that's that. Great breakfast.